West Ham's goal-scoring problems, while Hugo Porfirio returned to the starting lineup. For Arsenal, Matthew Rose was the surprise inclusion. John Hartson was left on the substitutes bench. Commentary from John Champion.
Williamson. Dispossessed by the leggy Vieira. And here's Merson. And danger threatens for West Ham. Parler. Well taken by Ray Parler. West Ham split asunder by fluent passing. It all stemmed from the moment that Vieira picked up possession. Merson carried it on, and Parler, a rare sight for him, only the 7th goal of his Arsenal career. Just the start that Harry Redknapp and West Ham couldn't afford. Parler, Dixon. And a header from Stephen Hughes brought a good save from Ludek Mikloško. Actually seemed to strike young Hughes on the ear. It's a wicked cross from Dixon. Bilic, straight to Vieira. It's wasteful. And Merson's got a fair degree of space. Can Dick stop him? It's still Merson! Oh, unlucky. Lovely idea from Merson. Julian Dix must have had horrible memories of Gianfranco Zola at Chelsea recently. He was twisted one way then the other and was completely lost by the time the lob came in. Rose got in a bit of a tangle, and that could let in Porfirio. And Newell, wonderful save by Seaman. The flag, in fact, was raised on the far side. Even so, the save may have been academic, but Seaman wasn't to know that at the time. Newell was adjudged offside, and it actually hit Seaman in the face. Vieira. So rangy, Vieira. Merson. On to Dixon. And Merson's not really been picked up. There's the return ball. Merson! Well, Mikloško spread himself well. But once again, West Ham was sliced open down the middle. Raker. The numbers are not in West Ham's favour in the box, but that's Newell. He was one of only 2 West Ham players inside the penalty area. Newell. Oh, he's got goal side of Rose. Corner. And West Ham make one of these set pieces pay. Rowland with the kick. Bilic. And it's in, it's an own goal. Bilic may well claim it, but it was an Arsenal defender's head who turned it wide of Seaman, and just inside the post it was Matthew Rose who got the final touch. But Bilic may still claim the goal. It was a teasing corner, a good header, and look at Rose. But for him, Seaman would surely have saved it. No doubt at all that Rose got the vital touch. At last, a beacon of light in the dark world that at the moment belongs to Harry Redknapp. Merson. Looking for Wright. Oh, they've given Wright too much space. And he scored. Nobody does it better than Ian Wright. And West Ham, having hauled themselves level, have been hit by a classic counter-attack. And Ian Wright's 24th goal of yet another prolific season. Arsenal back in front. Arsene Wenger has won half the league games that he's contested so far. This could be an 8th win in 16. Bilic. Adams is still limping. It seems to be a problem with his left ankle. Rowland. Bold's header. Williamson wanted it to come down. Bilic! Well, Slaven Bilic couldn't have struck that with much more venom, and it was accurate as well. On for Steve Jones to chase. Bold across with him. Still Steve Jones! And it seemed to hit the upright. Very close from the man who's only just arrived on the pitch. Breaker. Porfirio. Arsenal having to defend in some depth. We're inside the last minute of normal time. Now was that handball? Nothing given. From Williamson's flick on. West Ham appealed vehemently for handball, but referee Boddenham said no.
We need to pick up some points, but from the work point of view and the way the players responded and had a real go tonight, yeah, I couldn't ask for more. If they continue to do that to the end of the season, and I can just make one or two slight adjustments to the team, we'll be okay.
It wasn't a night where you had a whole host of chances, was it?
No, it was. That's what the boys were saying. I touched the ball once, and all the rest of the times I touched it, I gave the ball to the West Ham. They've been giving me a little bit of stick, but I said to them, look at the score sheet, you know.
So without Keown and Bergkamp and without the injured David Platt, this is a notable win, isn't it?
Well, please, you know, you need to win games like this if you want to stay up in the top half. And for us to win this game is a very big step for us.
Well, Ian Wright's back scoring. Arsenal keep winning. Good, solid performance from them. But what did you make of West Ham tonight, Trevor?
Well, Paul Merson was outstanding, I have to say that. But certainly from West Ham's point of view, how they would like him, because, you know, as Harry said, there was nothing wrong with the spirit. They worked hard, but you saw that even in the highlights there, Bilic, you know, was involved in the goal. He had another good save, and it's up front where they're struggling. Actually, the MD said this evening that they hope to sign 2 English players by the end of the week, and I think, you know, that would relieve the pressure a bit. But they have to start scoring goals. I mean, it's easy to sit here, but that will then spread confidence throughout the side. At the moment, if you're only going to score sort of 1 goal or less, you're not going to get your victories.
And the fans aren't happy. More problems outside the ground tonight. Few protests there, and apparently the Arsenal players couldn't leave for over an hour after the game.
You know, results solve that, really. I mean, you know, they were away to Blackburn, but more than anything, the sort of, you've got these 1 or 2 beneficiaries who are waiting on the sidelines to put 15, 30 million pounds or whatever into the club, and until you start getting the results, that will always be hanging over them. So we've just got to wait and see how they resolve it.
Okay, thanks. And let me confirm that after tonight's game, Manchester United go top for the first time since September. Arsenal move above Liverpool into 2nd place, and we'll have all the goals from tonight's other Premiership matches later in the programme here